Dear Singaporeans, supporters of the Workers' Party, and voters of Yishun GRC, good evening. My name is Tan Jun Yen. My friends call me Ron, so please call me Ron. And I am the Workers' Party candidate for Yishun GRC. 新加坡的同胞们和义顺区的选民，大家晚上好。小弟我姓陈，名俊元，我很荣幸能代表工人党出征义顺集选区。Tonight, I'll be speaking in English for my speech. I belong to the Generation Y, also known as the Strawberry Generation, or 草莓族. They say we complain a lot, but is that really true? I was studying overseas for an extended period of time for my secondary and tertiary education, and returned to Singapore in 2008 to serve my national service. After graduating from the University of Western Australia with a double degree in law and commerce. Thank you. I felt the gradual change in people whenever I returned back to Singapore during my school breaks over the years. People are getting more stressed, more tired, more worried for their future. When I came back to Singapore for good, I was struck by how much my country had changed. All our lives, we were told to study hard, get good grades, so that we can get a good job that will guarantee a comfortable life for ourselves and our families. That was our Singapore dream. Imagine the rude shock we got when we graduated and realized that we had barely enough to keep up with the cost of living. What more, afford a HDB and start a family? As if that was not enough, we were told that we should be grateful for the opportunities given to us by our government, that we need to work harder, be cheaper, better, faster, that we shouldn't complain so much at all. In just one masterful stroke, our voices were silenced, our worries labeled invalid, our generation painted as whiny, the complaint kings and complaint queens, and ungrateful. I want to change this perception, and that is why I stand here today as your candidate for Yishun GRC. After serving my national service, I started volunteering in Hougang constituency with Mr. Peng Eng Huat, and was inspired by my fellow volunteers who are dedicated and share the same hopes and dreams for Singapore. I wanted to contribute back to the community. I believe that grassroots is fundamental in reaching out to the residents, to the people of the community, to understand their concerns and to listen to their feedback from the ground up. We want to ensure that our voices are heard in Parliament. Voices that are not subject to the same party whip. Voices that represent a diverse group of Singaporeans from all walks of life. We hope for a Singapore that would take care of the elderly and the vulnerable in society. We dream of a country where our children can enjoy their childhood years instead of having to go through hours of extra tuition just to keep up with the education system. Most of all, we want a stake in this country we love. We want to be part of the process, to be a stakeholder, not to be shut out and labeled whiny and ungrateful. Singaporeans, my fellow Generation Y friends, we are the present generation who will take Singapore into the next 50 years. We must have a stake. Our voices must be heard. We have to be represented in Parliament so that our children's future can be empowered too. Voters of Yishun GRC, we, the candidates of the Workers' Party, are not afraid. We are not afraid to make a stand, to be the ones to listen to your concerns, to be your voice, to fight for what is right for all Singaporeans. We are not deterred by the supposed fixing. Look at Hougang. For over 20 years, are the people afraid to make a stand, to choose an alternate voice for them in Parliament? No. Has Hougang deteriorated to a slum? And are the hills infested with rats? No. Are the residents any less patriotic for the country than any other constituencies? No. As our Secretary General, Mr. Lau Tia Kiang, said at the rally in Jalan Besar yesterday, Workers' Party supporters are as loyal to Singapore as any supporters of the PAP. Voters on Yishun GRC, 4 years ago, you supported the Workers' Party, and we are very grateful for your support. This election, we are determined to make a breakthrough in Yishun GRC. My team is young, but we are driven by the love of our country, Singapore, and our passion to empower the future for our generation and the generation after us. With a strong Workers' Party presence in Parliament, we can ensure that your voices will be heard. With a strong Workers' Party presence in Parliament, every single one of us will have a say in the direction we are going. Your vote is a signal to the ruling party that it cannot do what it wants without taking you seriously. We must hammer home the message that the people are the masters of Singapore, not the PAP. We cannot be afraid to speak for ourselves. Your vote is secret. Your vote is your power. You can only get to exercise this power in every 4 to 5 years. So make it count. Come September 11, exercise your power to empower yourselves. Let your voices be heard in shaping the future of our Singapore. Vote Workers' Party. Empower your future. Thank you.